Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. This will be a short one, um, being only about a minute and a half by itself. Without any further delay, this is Old Grain.
Old grain. To continue training with the blade, but to walk the path free of killing requires sacrifice. You could swing a steel blade and not aim to kill, but in worrying about your opponent, you leave yourself exposed. The sword demands truth. Every cut is a confession. To pull back, to hesitate, is to lie. So the master took up a different truth. To use maximum power but minimize the damage, he took up a wooden blade instead. A weapon that hums like a whisper, not a scream. Its surface was smooth, but its heart was old, from the trunk of a tree that had outlasted kings. Blunt edge matters not. The deciding blow is still singular, and when facing armor, the blunt is often more effective than the edge. A rib breaks easier than it bleeds. Old grain, solid wood, hungers for victory. Wood can smash through bone, and victory is taken all the same. Hardly a pacifist tale, just a handicapped hunter of men who traded a steel soul for a wooden one. He struck not to kill, but to end. Wood favors speed and aggression. It sings in the air, strikes faster than steel dares. Yet it cannot block much. Every parry risks splintering. Every clash demands faith. But the opposite is true as well. Wood warps steel, absorbs it, deflects it like the forest itself rejecting fire. More than a training tool, more than restraint, it became a partner, a creed. My sword is named Old Grain, and in every ring of its body, I can hear the count of the men I spared.
Well, I like the way that story turned out. That was pretty well all things I had written, but ChatGPT adds some things like the rings. Speaking of the souls that have been saved, because in reality, this is Old Grain, uh, and well, it's never really been in an actual conflict, and so all of these things are fictional, but it's still quite the story of the swordsman who aims not to kill, but still aims to use maximum proficiency in his use of his weapon, not to handicap himself. Well, in a way, he handicaps himself, but in other ways, he is free to use his full skill and force because he's not afraid of cleaving off someone's arm. He's just going to break it. Or at least that's the idea, anyways. Uh, Trading your steel soul for a wooden one. But yeah, that's just the philosophy of the wooden sword. Maybe would have been a better title for this story, but Old Grain is the name of the. I was going to say name of the game, but Old Grain is the name of the sword, and so I'll say that instead. But this is a really good wooden sword I got years ago. I wrapped it up with another plastic sword, and I ended up warping it a little bit. Don't know if you can tell; it's got a little bit of a warp in it, but it's still pretty decent shape. Old Grain. Old Grain had a brother, and it's the wooden grain on it wasn't quite as profound with these nice little dark marks in it. So I called that one Young Grain, and this one Old Grain. And I just always liked that name. It's my weapon of choice because I don't want to end anybody's life. But if you come after me in my home, I will defend myself. But I don't like guns, and I have a machete, but I would never want to use that on a person. That's for hacking through the bush. So if it ever came to fighting somebody invading the home, this would probably be the weapon of choice. But who's ever in the position where they can get up and go to grab their wooden sword and in whatever short amount of time? That's all just hypothetical. But it's always good to practice. But anyways, my name is Joseph Arthur Roszell, and I want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you all the luck in the world, and I want you to remember that I love you. Alrighty, peace out.